Because Kevin and Olivia aren't here. They're in Jamaica.
You know, you were like scientists.
I know.
It's all about proof.
That's right.
Well, you were watching TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Anna David. Thank you. It's Thursday, April 3rd, and we're coming to you from where else but the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
That's right. On the show today, Internet stars brawl, and around the net, we're featuring last night's South Park, where our favorite Internet stars have a bloody shootout to the death. Plus, in the loop, one-on-one, we talked with Vice President of Product Marketing for TiVo to find out how they're at the forefront of bringing the Internet to your television. Boom.
You are a multi-talent.
I can do voices, too. Do you remember me from Police Academy? I was a black guy.
Also in Gadget. We're reviewing the Smart Parts digital picture printer frame. Yeah. Where you can print all your pictures directly from the frame itself, and only $260. Then in De-Evolution, we'll vote on who's the biggest moron out there. In the running today, we've got a guy who horribly failed rappelling down a cliff and a creek jump gone bad. That's
right. But first, we've got some business to take care of. It's time to run down the top 5 things on the Internet today.
Yep, we're going around the net.
Starting things off today, we're looking at what's billed as a great award-winning prank. Forget the War of the World broadcast. Forget Taco Bell buying the Liberty Bell. Forget the moon landing. This, folks, is perhaps the greatest prank of all time.
That's right. Somebody's not looking like a hero anymore.
That's pretty sweet. But guys, I think you should be aware that because of the viral nature of this video, Activision has just announced a Guitar Hero Nut Sniper extension. That's right. It's an add-on.
I think men always laugh at those because it's just relief that it's not happening to them. It sort of gets them laughing. Those you guys.
And it's hilarious watching other people in pain. It's not funny watching.
It's always fun.
Do you laugh when a woman gets kicked in the vajay?
Always.
Really?
Yeah, that's
See?
a knee slapper.
It's always funny.
Coming in at number 4.
Hilariousness lives here.
We're looking at a response video to the popular Daft Bodies video a couple months back, where 2 girls, I think you remember this one, they dressed up in bikinis, and they danced around to some Daft Punk.
Oh, I remember it several times a day. But the new video you're about to see adds one very important element, booze. Same time you can mix hot chicks with partial nudity and booze, everything is right with the world. Here's some Daft Drunk.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. I don't know what I'm talking about. Again, ready? Make it, do it, make sense, work it harder, make it better, do it faster, make sense, stronger, more than ever, after hour, work it.
It's great. I mean,
what's not to like about
those
that?
girls are going to be someone's moms someday. You remember before the internet when hot chicks would just make out when they got drunk, but now they paint words on their bodies and make video responses to each other and choreograph dance numbers. Life is just so much more complicated than it used to be.
Well, and you know the video response to that one? 2 girls scrubbing.
That would be even huger. Oh my God.
There you are.
Alice and I totally wrote a word down in my area. I want you to scrub it off. Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
We weren't supposed to actually act it out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But today's number 3 comes to us from the Late Night Show with David Letterman.
That's right. Now, we've made no attempt to hide our love for the HBO miniseries John Adams. We haven't. Thankfully, we're not. I don't see the John Adams posters up over there. Okay, all right, good. So you're not hiding it.
So much love.
John Adams! John Adams! John Adams! Well, apparently Mr. Letterman took the time to compile a highlight reel for his audience. I see you pointing to that camera, Andy. He's combining all the series' most stunning moments that occurred during our country's fight for independence. Here they are.
Maybe
If you've been following the show, you know what that was. You just followed.
John Adams! John Adams! John Adams!
Everyone's been talking about how historically accurate this miniseries is. I heard, actually, they had a 12-person research team devoted entirely to respiratory ailments of the 18th century.
Yeah, whatever. We got one of those here, too, at Gaffor. You're not so tough, Habo. Screw you guys. Yeah.
In at number 2 today is a clip from our favorite animated series airing on Wednesday nights on another network, South Park.
That's right. The bad boys from Colorado have tackled nerd topics before, from Pokemans, or Pokemen, to World of Warcraft. In last night's episode, they took on that really struck a chord with someone. They took on the stars of the internet.
Yep, the boys created their own internet video and then went to a regional office to collect their theoretical millions, but there were a few familiar faces in line ahead of them.
You all wanna motherfucking die?
Leave Tron guy alone!
Thought I forgot about you, Gopher. The brains.
So amazing. After 12 seasons, that show never ceases to be amazing.
I just think we obviously have to take that for what that is. It's a tribute to Around the Net, right?
That's right. We will expect our theoretical royalty checks by next Friday. Trey and Matt.
Finally, coming in at number 1 today is an example of how slightly altering some already existing footage can take it from mundane to hilarious.
That's right. So YouTube user Not at Typewriter made an amazing discovery a little while back. If they took a Jeff Goldblum Apple advertisement from 1999 and slowed it down exactly 30%, it looks like Goldblum was doing the ad while completely hammered.
What do you think the greatest gift of the holidays is? Internet? I'd say internet. Now, Apple gives you your own personal website. You can post your photographs. And now you're the purveyor of, you're the generator of, you're the author of great stuff.
I think that was the original footage, and they had to speed him up to make him seem normal. But did you see the 90s iMac? A website with video? It can't be done! Oh, and Goldblum looked totally sauced, by the way. Completely sauced.
But what's really cool about that is it works for anything.
Right. Yeah, just much in the same way that yakety sax to videos makes them infinitely funnier, you know, the Benny Hill theme. Slowing down a video speed by exactly 30% makes everything drunkerific. Here's a clip of me yesterday on this show getting really excited about Emmanuel Lewis.
Right, Webster! With a little Webster-sized pizza. I love that he's just a little freezer gnome that you just open your freezer and that's how he appears.
Yeah. See, it worked on everything. Oh, that was rad. That was really rad.
You were really charming. You must have been really charming when you drank. It was
Drunkenness is the only acceptable way you can talk about Webster and pizza at the same time, so I'm glad we were able to combine those elements.
To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
That's right, it's going to be too much for your brain, but forget about that for now. Warm up your face for tonight's 10 o'clock show featuring our new ATN After Hours segment with exclusive videos. Tonight we're showing off the sexiest how-to videos from the busty ladies of FrenchMadeTV.com. May we? But right now, it's time for the only news you need to know. Let's hop over to Britain to see Layla Cayley in the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, MySpace is throwing their hat in the digital music ring. Plus, the internet is going to get even faster, but only 2 select cities in the US will get to be the test market. And Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is the next 80s flick to get dusted off for a remake. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes, but first, back to you guys.
Why remake Bill and Ted's?
I know, it was perfect.
Go back and remake movies that sucked. Don't go back and remake movies that were awesome.
Harvard's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Well, TiVo's been around for a decade now.
And 8 to vote and register for AOTS live news alerts.
Now, as we mentioned earlier, Kevin and Olivia, who are those people? We always talk about them. Who are they?
They were dead children that haunt the set from time to time. You hear an old toy piano whenever they come around, and then a door creaking, and it's really creepy.
Oh, I just remembered who they were.
No,
Those
no,
people.
they're off in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But they're totally doing work, honest.
Yeah.
They're not just playing football on the beach and getting massages from toned male islanders while sipping tropical drinks. And I meant Kevin in a private shoreside bungalow. No siree.
In fact, they care about us so much, they've offered to check up on us, which is really sweet. Live via satellite.
Oh, hey! Hey, everybody!
Oh, hello there!
Anna.
Hey!
Chris.
It's great to be joining you guys live. This is a big deal for us. We're really excited.
We're so excited. We love getting away, but we miss you guys a lot. And Kevin and I just wanted to tell you guys that we are having so much fun in
The apocalypse.
I personally love
Burning.
That's right. And today's show is looking great. I mean, there were so many good things on it, like
Gadget Prawn.
And of course,
The Evolution.
you know, and we're just so crazy about,
The Evolution.
you know,
oh
big
God.
deal.
So
Big
have
deal.
fun hosting the show and do a good job, or we'll
Kill you.
What she said. She's a kidder.
Anyway,
Anna. Chris.
thanks for having us live on the show.
Now, Olivia and I really have to get back to
The apocalypse.
because we just lost.
Burning. Dying. And
Biking.
What?
We love it. Yeah.
Mine's not even on.
Yay!
Funnier every
Yeah,
time.
every time.
Thanks, Kevin and Olivia. Still ahead, Joel Gordine steps suits up and heads up to Huntington Beach for the 6th annual National Professional Paintball League Battle.
I'm so glad there's one of those.
To find out what part of his body gets well, I
Ben,
don't know.
okay, we all love TiVo. We're going to find out his future plans for world domination in the loop.
And in Gadget Prom, we review the Smart Parts digital picture printer frame.
All that and more coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. Around the Net is brought to you by MLB 08 The Show. Nothing gets you closer. Only on PlayStation.
They don't give out. Now we are live, and no matter how much we pretend, we're still not in Jamaica.
Hey, Kevin and Olivia, if you're bringing home souvenirs, may I suggest a shampoo bottle or duct tape stuffed to your body, or rent the movie Maria Full of Grace. TSA rarely looks in those places, if you know what I'm saying. Now, when he's not feeding you here,
That was fun. I almost felt like we were playing paintball, except without the paintball or the gun.
and also I'm wearing a metrosexual tie. That kind of takes some of the athleticism out of it as well.
Hot. Nice work, Joel.
Yes, way to not get shot in the face. You know, it's very hard to do TV when your mug looks like Jackson Pollock made sloppy joes on your face. It's a lesson, sadly, I learned early on the MTV network.
Time now for the top stories of the day with the only news you need to know.
Trust me, if it's not in the feed, it simply didn't happen.
Intended here in Hollywood.
The Feed with Layla Kaylee.
Alright guys, let's get to it. MySpace launched their answer to the Apple iTunes empire today. MySpace Music is a joint effort with 3 of the biggest music labels, Sony BMG, Universal, and Warner Music. But they're currently still in negotiations with EMI. When it becomes available, users will be able to stream music, create playlists, and add widget music players to their profiles. The streaming will be supported by advertising and revenue. It will be split up according to how much each company invested in the venture. We'll see if MySpace will be able to match Apple's digital music sales. In December, Apple passed Best Buy to become the #2 retailer of music in the US, with Walmart in the top slot, but now Apple has stepped over Walmart to become #1. Naysayers are claiming that the numbers don't count because they are from January when people are redeeming gift cards. Meanwhile, along with music sales, Apple also wants domination over anyone trying to use an apple in their logo, and that includes New York City. Apple is challenging the Green NYC campaign's right to use an apple as its logo. Here's a fun fact: New York was first nicknamed the Big Apple in the 1920s, and Steve Jobs wasn't even born then. Alright guys, Sony says that its HDR-TG1 Handycam is the world's smallest camcorder to offer high-def recording in 1080p. It only weighs 10 ounces and is capable of detecting faces when you shoot video or still frames. The camera is being targeted to travelers since it has a titanium body with a special coating that makes it scratch resistant. And best of all, you can record 1920 by 1080 HD video and 4 megapixel photos, which are then downloaded to a Sony memory stick or media card. The twin cities will be the first in the United States to have a much faster internet, but only for a short amount of time. Thanks to Comcast G4's parent company, Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota will be able to use wideband. Wideband provides 50 megabytes per second in download speed and 5 megabytes per second in upload speed. That's pretty fast. For instance, you can download a 4 gigabyte high-def movie in about 10 minutes. If you want to run on that fast track, you'll have to pony up a lot of dough, though. Residential users will have to pay $150 a month for the privilege. Whoa, that's a lot of money. And finally, you can decide for yourself how excellent this news is. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is slated to get a remake. Certain details will remain the same about the story. Bill and Ted will still be in high school and in danger of flunking out, and they'll travel through time to meet the people they should be learning about in history. But this time, they won't travel in an old phone booth. The script is supposedly full of hip pop culture references, and if Keanu Reeves doesn't make a cameo, that would make this film totally bogus, man. Well, that's it for today, but don't worry, the features in stock here. Get all the news you need to know anytime at G4TV.com. I'm Layla Cayley, and you've just been fed.
Before we go any further, I just want to say something about the new Bill and Ted movie. Don't effing do it! Please, for the love of God, Hollywood, write something original!
Maybe that will make a difference. You know, they listen to hard work in Hollywood.
My voice will be heard. They don't.
This will be a test. Oh, sorry. No crying on live TV. Thank you, Layla. But now it's time for the week's great moments in de-evolution.
So the internet is at its best when you combine low intelligence and high danger. Thank you, Mr. Chimpley.
The first offering in the Chronicles of Our Demise involves a wintry creek, an air horn, a mean guy, and his dumb friend.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster and hilarity. Oh, my.
Oh, my God. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, my God.
What do they think is going to happen?
See, so not only is that kid a moron, sorry, but he's a bad athlete, so he's pretty much screwed all the way around.
But I love that he just goes off running into the forest like, I've been so humiliated, I must be one with nature now. Like, and now he's just going to live in the woods in a cave. All right, so now we got to get to the score. We have to see, what do you think? How many cars on block should we give that video, the kid with the wet pants?
I give him, I don't know, 3.
3?
5. Yeah.
3 cars on cinder blocks. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. But the best offerings on the internet, moving on, usually involve vehicles. Well, that and the elderly getting injured.
Oh, that's always good.
That's great.
That's why the next clip is genius. Let's take a look. A good fall.
Take that, fat old guy. I'm an old person and I just slipped and fell on my face. Wah!
Oh, it's funny to mock the elderly. Why is that so funny?
Because they've lived a long life and they deserve to be ridiculed.
That is what they say. Like we said, that clip had a lot going for it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Chris, your turn. Lay it on us. How many cars on blocks?
I would have preferred to see if he had been in a rascal and then he just got trapped on the thing for a while, but that didn't happen, so I'm still going to give it 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
Finally, we head to the world of adventure sports, a mainstay of stupidity on the web.
That's right. I think it's safe to say that this guy probably should have died.
Go back. Hold on, I gotta wrap it around my arm.
Another Acme product.
See, I've actually done that. I've been rappelling down mountains.
With your face?
And I thought no one could be worse than me. And
no,
now
that was pretty bad.
Proof.
I'm gonna climb down with my face. Anna, what's your verdict? How many cars on cinder blocks are you gonna give this one?
Well, I think that was pretty damn good. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5! Cars on cinder blocks.
Now, take it from me. Not everyone is supposed to pass on their genes.
That's right, but we need to seriously start a rolling crotch strike campaign. Speaking of lowering your sperm count, 420's coming up, yeah! And G4's got some really good shit rolled together with 15 hours of 420 coverage. Kicking off the day is G4's premiere of the Stoner classic Half Baked. And this year, Attack of the Show heads down to Jamaica.
And Code Monkeys returns with an all-new 420 episode, and Reefy's Madhouse, a special 420 take on the classic Reefer Madness. Catch G4's 420 special on April 20th, and check out g4tv.com/420 for info and updates. Just ahead in the loop, we're going one-on-one with TiVo to find out all the exciting ways they're planning on bringing the internet to your TV.
And then later in Gadget Prom, we're going to show you a digital photo frame that actually prints out your pictures, so stick around for that. Fail someone, and we are digging into the old AOTS police blotter to do it. Today we're highlighting a man who came up with a very exciting, groundbreaking legal defense.
A New Hampshire man was found guilty of some serious sex crimes, and during his sentencing tried to tell the judge about he himself had been abused.
And then dramatically he named names.
57-year-old Gene Morrill will serve 20 years in prison for molestation charges. But Morrill is making molestation charges of his own. He reportedly is telling an investigator that he had been sexually assaulted by the legendary Bigfoot in New Hampshire. The Bigfoot claim brought some snickers.
Are you serious?
I've had a few that claimed abuse, but never by a mythical creature.
But there was no leniency from the judge. He declared Morrill competent to stand trial, then sentenced him to 20 years.
Dear Professor Crazyface, why pull Bigfoot into your sad, sick world? He's never going to come out of the woods if he thinks he's been convicted of crimes. He's an innocent creature who lives in the remote forests of North America. Leave Bigfoot alone!
Now, coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, we're taking you to the floor of the CTIA Wireless Convention.
That's right.
The latest and greatest mobile phone tech, including an exclusive hands-on with the Samsung's iPhone killer and Sting.
Everyone says that, and Women of the Web, we count down the week's 10 hottest babes on the net. Buy a box of Kleenex tonight.
And next week, Chris Moore will review Walk Hard and There Will Be Blood.